Just a few short weeks ago, 10 tearaway teenagers from across New Zealand
He smoked drugs.
He steals.
They don't care about anybody as long as they get what they want.
She just has no empathy.
began the most important journey of their lives
What the hell have I got myself into?
as they arrived at the Auckland District Court.
Young man, take your cap off now.
The teenagers face parental allegations of drugs,
If he hasn't got it, he'll find somewhere to steal it from.
truancy,
She's started bunking school.
theft,
We've had incidences where money's gone missing.
and domestic violence.
He's a horrible person to live with.
And after sentencing,
Good luck.
they were transported to a prison in Napier known as Redemption Hill.
Oh my God, I was freaking out. I wasn't expecting anything like it at all.
After being processed,
You're gonna drop your boxes.
What?
Oh, that got me pretty pissed off.
the teenagers were introduced to the reality of life behind bars,
I can't imagine anything worse than this.
cramped conditions,
You're not exactly gonna have the best accommodation.
loss of privacy,
Can you get that camera out of my face?
bedpans,
Make sure you pour it towards me so I can see.
We have to piss in a little frying pan-like thing. It's pathetic.
and cold showers.
Hurry, hurry, hurry!
Known to the teenagers as the Warden,
South Wing, stand by.
youth worker Steve Boxer and his team of qualified youth and social workers
Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir!
took on the challenge of teaching the teenagers the error of their ways.
This program can be easy or this program can be hard. It is your choice. Either way does not matter to us.
Through a combination of discipline,
Yes, officer.
lectures,
It all starts with this.
and outdoor challenges. But it wasn't destined to be an easy ride,
Never, ever again.
as defiance,
I don't see if my mother can't tell me what to do, why some stranger can.
lack of respect, and lack of self-control led to an escape attempt by Jeremy and Jesse,
And when the situation arose, they took it.
and Jeremy's subsequent expulsion from the program.
I have decided to dismiss you. Yes, woman.
And for every step forward,
I can't believe I actually just got on there and did that.
it was 2 steps back.
I just want to hit someone.
As the Warden unravelled the pieces
Feeling all right now?
and put the jigsaw puzzle back together.
When you're feeling down as a group, you must turn it around as a group.
Slowly but surely, the teenagers grew in confidence,
Well done, Jessica.
facing their fears,
I would look down, but I don't want to know how far away the ground is.
challenging their misconceptions,
Him talking to us made me think that all cops aren't out there to get us.
learning the tools to live successful lives,
So the family are taking all that weight of you.
and taking on board the messages delivered to them by visitors, including former criminals.
You are destroying your mothers.
Yeah, it was definitely like a wake-up call.
Sporting heroes
Choices that you make now in life do have big consequences further on down the track.
and politicians.
Well, I am not scum of the earth, and nor are you scum of the earth. And don't ever let any bastard tell you otherwise.
This week, is it the end of their road to Redemption Hill?
Been quite a weird experience.
Will the teens be able to convince the parole board they're ready to go home?
I never want to see you on one of my programs ever again.
And nearly 1 year on, have they really changed?
I'm hoping that it's going to be a good step forward when he gets home.
It's day 17 at Redemption Hill, and despite being their final day at the prison, the teenagers are completely in the dark.
Wake up, Kelsey.
Let's go, get some clothes on, let's go, quickly. Hurry up, Jesse. Time to get out of bed. Prepare to get yourself sorted out. Showers first.
I just don't like not knowing what we're doing every day, and because we don't get told anything, and that really confuses me and frustrates me.
Throughout the duration of the program, they haven't been made aware of what time it is,
Come on, guys.
what day it is.
Let's get out here. Shoes on. Hey, Jesse, get out of bed.
They are aware that there is something different about today, but they're not too sure what it is.
I miss my makeup, and I miss my clothes, and I miss my friends, and my family.
My mum. I miss my mum.
Already we're starting to see everybody talking about their families more, telling us what they're missing on the outside world.
Just family, and mates and shit.
Going around with my mates in cars and driving around, and I know that's one of the reasons I'm here, but it's just something I can do, but in a better manner, I reckon.
The one thing I miss probably above all is probably just my freedom.
It's time for them to move back into their social environment or back to their communities.
Freedom!
Their opportunity to return to the outside world will be coming sooner than they expect. But first, their prison project needs to be completed.
So today we're going to need to fill this up with dirt, and then we're going to put the grass down.
All of the young people have progressed and achieved their privilege-based elements to the program. However, they have been working on a garden, and that garden will be left there as a reminder to everybody and themselves that have achieved something well on this program.
Pretty good to see some change from being wrecked as to how it is now.
It's quite spectacular.
Looks way better.
You guys have done a marvellous job out here, eh?
Now, a lot of the problems our young people have is the fact that they may start something, but because of the negative mindset, they don't complete it or take their challenge on. By implementing their work party, what it does is start something, and you have a progressive state throughout that period in order to finish it and complete it, so you do leave with a sense of achievement.
You guys must be proud of your efforts.
Yeah, it's looking awesome.
Have you done anything like this before?
Nah.
You've done a lot of firsts since you've been here, haven't you?
At the start, there was all these trees and they had to dig them out, and it seems like it's gone so fast.
In front of you, a whole lot of mess. Want this place cleaned up. Let's get everything ripped out of here.
I'm extremely proud of the garden. And once again, it's just an indication that they have progressed as an individual and as a team. They've made so much out of so little.
We're just doing the Redemption Hill sign, which is that there. And we're painting it along here.
Now, prison is normally seen as a negative place, a negative environment. However, we've managed to turn that around with this program. So by allowing them to write and draw all over the wall, just leaves a subtle reminder that something positive can come out of working within this type of environment.
Right now, I'm just writing Jeremy's name because he's not here to do it. I think it's pretty sad that he's not here to see the end results and not here to write his name and anything, but yeah, his name is getting written.
It is a shame that Jeremy isn't here to share the enjoyment and the excitement of the young people on this program. But this program just was not right for Jeremy. He used to go through a separate journey to the rest of them, and he's probably going through that now. When everybody started working on this garden, it was a mess. And that's how it was in their lives as well. Now, the garden has been a work in progress, just like they have been a work in progress on this program as well. Just like the garden, they have a lot of potential, but only if they continue to grow and develop.
But as they head towards the parole board, will the warden think they've developed?
Okay, team, what I'd like to do is introduce you to the Honourable Harakura Horamia, the Minister of Māori Affairs.
Oh, well, kia ora, everybody. Good to be here today. The great thing about what you've been doing here is you've got another chance. And no matter how much these people here teach you or show you or guide you, at the end of the day, it has to be your choice. In my day, when I was your age, we'd fight in the pub, and we'd fight over the pool table, all of that nonsense. And I got caught fighting on the street one night, and I got locked up. It was only one night, but the thing that stuck in my mind was the last thing I'd ever want to do is to be in jail. You've been here for the last 3 weeks. It's your choice now. You can always blame somebody else, you can always turn it on to somebody else, but at the end of the day, you've got to make the choice. And the only thing you get about looking back all the time is a sore neck. So what you've done is done. I know it's easy to blame other people, to have an opinion that the whole world's against you. And I'm starting to sound as I'm preaching to you now, but I want to tell you, wake up, don't waste the years. And I say that with a lot of huffy and support for you. And you can either muck it up or waste time, or really try hard. I saw the garden when it had the grass all up, and it's quite amazing what you've done. And that's a great achievement. So all the best, well done for you. I got to pull this rag up. Redemption Hill Gardens, created by Aaron, Bridget, Ebony, Jesse, Jessica, Jeremy, Jonathan, Kelsey, Luke, and Samantha. Opened by Honourable Parekura Horomia MP, Saturday 23rd of July 2005. So it is recognition that you did this, and hundreds of people will see that. So great people, well done, all the best.
Just remembering what it looked like when we first saw it, it was, oh, it was like shithole really, and now it just looks amazing, yeah. And I've never done anything like this before, so it's a good experience. Awesome, eh?
Throughout this program, they have achieved some amazing things, and this garden is a reminder of that. It's something that they can take away from here in a positive sense, and they can reflect on it anytime they want as well. We'll be here as a permanent fixture and become part of the history of this place.
The residential part of the program is complete. But the teenagers still have to convince the parole board they have earned the right to go home.
The purpose of the parole board is to work with the same theme as a prison environment. It is a chance to reflect and indicate to us what sort of progress they have made throughout this program. It is also an opportunity for us to give some constructive feedback, so hopefully they can apply that when they do go home. This is your first visit for the parole board. The other members of the parole board may remember Judge Carter.
Is it all right to call your mother a bitch? You don't really care, do you? You're about to enter the real world. The track you are going down at the moment is going to end with either yourself dead or worse. I therefore sentence you to 3 weeks.
The other person here is the Deputy Mayor of Napier, Kathy Furlong. So what I'm going to do is ask you a series of questions, and how you answer those questions, we will determine your fate on this program. So think carefully and choose your words wisely.
Yes, Warden.
What is it that you've missed the most since you've been here?
Probably my family and my clothes and my makeup, but definitely my family. I miss them so much, especially my mum. She's like my best friend. I miss her so much.
What's the biggest thing that you've learnt about yourself?
That I don't have a lot of patience all the time, and that I need to be more respectful to other people than what I actually am.
But she just has no empathy. She's pretty disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I will smack them in the face straight up.
I just want to smash something. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take everything that I've learnt here away with me, and it's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. So.
You said your mum's your best friend. How are you going to show her that?
By telling her that the things that she does for me I do appreciate, and like being really kind to her, just be an actual daughter to her. It's helped me realise what I've got and who I've got, and that I do appreciate them a lot more than what I actually did. I've become a lot more confident, like in things I've been doing, and I've You know, I was a little bit scared of doing stuff, but I've overcome those fears. Yeah, I've changed heaps, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Bridget, you are a strong person and you're very confident. Admit to some of the problems that you think you may have and open up about them and talk to someone about them. Never come back to one of my programs again.
I won't.
Bridget, you're being paroled.
Yay, thank you, Warden.
Kelsey has been very abusive towards myself and other people in authority.
From what I've seen, Kelsey, throughout this entire journey you've been on, the biggest issue you have is dealing with somebody telling you what to do.
What?
Simple. You either do the work party or go to isolation.
I'll go
and
to
lose your
isolation,
points.
Warden, please.
And lose 20 points.
It is.
Can you get that camera out of my face?
I don't give a shit how many points they take off me, I'm not doing it.
So what are you going to do about it when you leave this program?
I guess I've realised that no matter where you are in your life, there's always going to be someone telling you what to do at some stage or another. And if I don't like it, there are better ways I can handle it than just either sulking or getting angry.
Especially once you go into the workforce.
Yeah.
And if you go into that situation with your sort of attitude that you displayed a number of times through this program, where do you think that's going to leave you?
Not in a very good place, Warden. I think the main purpose of this program is not so much to change us, but to give us the tools that we need to better ourselves, and they're saying we're giving you the opportunities and what you make of it is your decision.
Kelsey, keep coming!
It took a lot of courage to actually do it.
It was pretty supportive to know that she did it with me.
Nice work, Kelsey!
Oh, I did it.
Kelsey, promise you're going to go out there and make something of yourself.
Promise.
Good, I'm going to hold you to it now. You're being paroled.
We've had incidences where money's gone missing, where PlayStations have gone missing, and so we assume they've been sold.
Is it all right to call your mother a bitch?
Not really, but just as what I'd say to anyone if I was angry at them, not just because it's my mum.
What do you think you've learnt from this experience?
Yeah, I think I've learned a bit more respect towards elders, like people telling me what to do. And I've learned how much I actually have and been given.
So what do you think you need to do in the real world once you leave this program?
Drive more responsibly in my car and treat my mum with more respect.
How are you going to do that?
Just thinking before I act, making better decisions. I think they showed me what can happen to me if I carry on what I'm doing, like if I go to jail or something like that. It's taught me a lot of respect for my parents and other people around me, and I've got a shitload of stuff that I took for granted and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, Aaron? Do not want to see you back on this program again. You're being paroled.
But not all of the teenagers will find earning their parole quite so easy. It's the final day for the teenagers of Redemption Hill. And next before the parole board is Jonathan.
He's stolen money from me. He smoked drugs. He takes off in the middle of the night out of home. He swears at me.
I've learnt that I take little things for granted, like the way I treat my mother and stuff like that. Like how she's always been there for me, yet sometimes I still chuck stuff back at her face.
If you're paroled from this program, you go back into the real world, your family. How do you think you're going to be able to manage your problems?
I've kind of realised what I've done wrong. How I've treated my mother and my stepfather and stuff.
Where would you like to see yourself in the future? What are your goals?
One of them, I guess, would be to finish NCA Level 1 and kind of stay at school for as long as possible.
Kind of learnt that the way that I've been treating my mum and stuff, and how she's always been there for me, and I actually am starting to overcome my fears. Learnt that I'm a good worker, that I can cook a lot better than I thought I could. Laughter is also an essential in life. You know, you can't go through just being down and angry and stuff like that.
You know what your issues are. So go out there and take control of your life. All right?
Yes, boy.
Have no problem paroling you, Jonathan. Good luck.
She drinks alcohol very heavily, and her boyfriends stay over against my wishes. She pretty much just turn around and tell me where I can go if I try to tell her, well, these are what you got to do.
Jessica, would you say that you have a more positive view of life and of yourself as a result of being in this program?
I reckon that this program has like really cleared my mind and stuff a bit more and just made me more open.
Okay, guys, everywhere, Jessica's gonna touch the key!
Shot, Jessica!
I just stopped thinking and just did it.
I was quite impressed with what Jessica did.
Touch his head! Yeah! Way to go! 15 points! Way to go, Jessica!
I didn't think I could do it. It's pretty amazing.
There you go, girl.
What do you think you need to do in the real world in order to manage your problems?
To pretty much just face my problems. Try to talk through them and sort them out. Instead of arguing.
Do you think you're ready to go home?
Yeah, I want to go home really bad. And I think I'm ready to go home and just sort out everything.
Who are you going to sort everything out with?
My mum, pretty much. Yeah, my mum, my brother and my nana. We're the first ones. Yeah. This program has definitely worked for me because it made me cope with and face things and do things I would never do. And yeah, that's just helped me a lot in those kind of ways.
So we've really seen you grow as an individual through this program. When you first arrived, you were closed, gone into your little shell. Agree?
Yes, I will.
So we started to see you come out of your shell. Once you could do that, is when you start to move along and you start growing as a young person. Jessica, you've been paroled.
Camera in my face or I'll smash it.
He needs this program, I reckon, because it's teaching him everything he is.
Shut up and listen to our joke! What'd you say, Jesse?
No one really likes him.
I just don't like him, pretty much.
Now, you have been through probably the biggest journey out of anyone. And in fact, you and I have probably talked more than I've talked with anyone else. How do you think you're going to manage your problems?
By thinking about them first deeply before I do it, thinking before I act. And I know that's one of the worst things that I've done, is not think before I act. I've learned to control my anger a lot more than when I first came. I've learnt a lot more patience.
A few weeks ago, we talked about where you'd be in 10 years' time, and you said to me, I'll be stoned. I'll ask the question again. Where do you think you'll be in 10 years' time?
I think I'll be in a flash house with a nice family.
What are you going to do with your life from now on that'll help you achieve that?
I'm going to go home and try and find a good job first. And hopefully from there things will work out if I stay on the right path and stop getting into trouble, which I think I will.
Jesse, I wonder, have you thought about the consequences of your actions in the past on your family?
Yes, I have thought about that a lot, and I've spent these last 3 weeks sort of thinking about what I have done to my mother and the rest of my family. And it sort of makes me feel really stinky.
You missed your family?
Yes, I do, heaps. Well, it's opened me up, and it's allowing me to think positive instead of negative and think before I act.
Good, that was good of you for standing out there and even giving it a go.
I think he has improved a lot. He is doing a lot better.
Can be good as mates if he wasn't such a bullshitter and stuff.
You feeling nervous?
Yes, I am, Warden. Very nervous.
Jesse will have to wait to learn his fate on the program.
It's just arguments and yelling and screaming and swearing.
Give us 2 things that you've learnt the most.
How to be positive and how to control my anger a bit more.
So if Ebony is angry, how are you going to turn that around?
Can you go away and stop putting that camera on my face?
Hold on! Yeah! Can you just wait?
I'm sick of it. I really am. Talk about it with someone, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Do you think that you're ready to go home?
Yes, Warden, I do. Because I've learnt heaps here and I think I've had enough time here.
If tomorrow your mum says to you that you can't do something and you can't go somewhere, how are you going to handle that?
Just say okay and deal with it. Go in my room, be by myself. Just take it as she said it, okay, and not argue with her. The program made me realise if I keep on living my life the way I am, I'll probably end up back in prison, and I don't want to.
I'm just scared. I'm not doing anything like that again. I'm not getting back up there ever again. Never, ever again.
I still think there's a lot that you still need to learn.
Ebony too will have to wait to hear the verdict of the parole board.
He's very difficult to live with. It's one step forward, 2 back all the time.
When you first got to this program, Luke, you were a very angry young man. Would you agree?
Yes, well, they just think they're the shit when they're not.
I can't hear you, Luke.
Officer!
I'll never be scared of them. Sometimes I just want to turn around and just go whack.
We have seen you grow as a young person and as an individual. What do you think was the key thing that started to make Luke change?
Like getting told what to do, but I have to learn to get told what to do, and that's what made me change. I understand that I do have to make choices for myself, but for example, if my mum says I have to stay home, I have to stay home. I can't just disobey her and leave.
Drugs are out there, they're in front of you, someone offers them to you. How are you going to handle that? What are you going to say?
Just say no, pretty much. I just say no, I'm all good. I came here thinking, oh, I'm just going to be an arsehole, but they actually changed me and my respect to other people.
Guys! I've got the key!
Hold on. Up there. Hold on, Luke.
Yeah, I reckon we've done pretty good.
Have you just been telling us what we want to hear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Luke, if I parole you from this program, and you go out there and you make a difference, and I'll be keeping my eye on you. You're being paroled.
Come on, Ebony. I know you want to go home, so do I.
She knows that what Ebony's doing is wrong.
I hate it. I honestly hate it.
She doesn't want to support you, but she feels like she has to.
Come on, Ebony, it's all right.
She's also scared because Ebony can get violent.
I do see him, and you know I do.
What do you think you've learned from this experience?
I've learned how to not take advantage of things. Just made me realise what I have in here is nothing compared to what I have out there, out in the big world and everything. Yeah. I just want to go home.
Do you think you're ready to go home?
Yes, Warden.
Then you tell us why.
I miss my family and everything. I've learned how to think positive more, appreciate things more. Nice work. I was proud of myself that I actually gave it a go.
Well done. Okay, Samantha, how are you feeling?
Nervous, scared.
It's been a long road for you. You've shown everyone that you are strong enough to make your own decisions. You are strong enough to do the right thing and not always follow in somebody else's shadow. That is the strongest part about Samantha. Allow that part of you to grow. Okay, Samantha, as a result of everything we've seen, heard, you have been paroled.
But will her twin sister be so lucky? 7 of the 9 teenagers have earned their release from Redemption Hill. Jesse and Ebony now face a second appearance before the warden to learn the verdict of the parole board.
Now, Jesse, you know what you need to do. You know right from wrong. In part, I think you've just said what this room wants to hear. I still think there's a lot you need to learn, Jesse. At the end of the day, it's up to you.
Yes, Warden.
I never want to see you on one of my programs ever again.
Yes, Warden.
You've been paroled.
Thank you, Warden.
Okay, Ebony. You're in a unique position. You have got your sister as well, and she has got you. And as long as you use that strength in a positive way, then you both will go a long way. Okay?
Yes, Warden.
You've been paroled. I'm proud of everything the young people have done on this program. I hope they can take a lot from what they've learned on this program and apply it in their lives. What we've done is provided an opportunity. It's an opportunity for them to see who they are as a person and also recognise and identify with their own faults. But now they go back to their home environment. That's what they do there that really counts now.
I'm feeling quite apprehensive and emotional, just hoping that there'll be a real big change.
I'm just hoping that she's going to be a lot nicer and just a loving child again instead of somebody that thinks she can control the world.
Hoping they're going to respect us more and realise they're not the only ones on the earth and everything doesn't revolve around them.
This program isn't a super program. It's not a miracle worker. This program has provided the catalyst for change. Now it's whether they make those changes in their own lives which really counts.
I hope he's changed, that's for sure. I hope that something's just clicked and it's made him just think a little bit more seriously about what's happened. Yeah.
Best outcome for us would be if he comes home and wants to participate as a family member again, rather than him and us.
I hope she thinks that her life isn't just parties and appreciates life more than what she has.
And appreciates her family.
Very emotional.
Just can't wait to see him.
see if he's changed. Hopefully he'll come home with a better attitude.
I'm wondering how Jonathan's going to react when he sees me. I'm a little bit apprehensive, but I'm hoping that it's going to be a good step forward when he gets home.
Some parents may think that this program is going to solve all of their problems, but that's simply not the case. What we've done is provide an opportunity and allowed some of the issues within the young people come out and then put some things in place for them to deal with those issues. But a lot of it now is going to be the hard work that is initiated between the young people and their family.
Although the relationship with her mother has not significantly improved, persistent truant Kelsey did return to full-time education. As a result of the massive improvements, Kelsey's school has asked Steve Boxer to design a year-round program for the remainder of their students.
Oh, I'm going home. Thank you.
Jessica went back to full-time education and now has a place at college studying for a diploma in travel and tourism. Mum Sharon says that Jessica is now open, honest, and that her communication skills are much improved. She has great hopes for Jessica's future. Samantha and Ebony's mother Barbara says that while Sam is significantly calmer, Ebony still has some attitude issues. She adds, however, they both now appreciate their family. Ebony especially enjoyed the adventure challenges on Redemption Hill and now attends a course that continues to build her self-confidence. Sam is still in full-time education and continues to do well. After leaving Redemption Hill, Aaron stayed on the straight and narrow for over 9 months. But Aaron eventually succumbed to peer pressure, and his mother says he started smoking weed again and getting into trouble. Mum Cindy and her partner Chris still hold out hope that he can remember what he learned at the prison and get his life back on track. After leaving Redemption Hill, Luke went into a voluntary drug rehabilitation program to continue the work started at the prison. Steve Boxer and his team of youth workers continue to work closely with Luke as he works through the issues facing him. His mother and father are hopeful that with support, Luke will continue to make improvements.
I got free.
Her mother says that Bridget still hasn't really accepted that she has issues and still demonstrates much of the behaviour that led her to Redemption Hill. Outside of the family home, however, Bridget is very well behaved and has a boyfriend who her mother thinks is a very positive influence in her life. Jesse's mum Glenise says his attitude towards her and life in general has dramatically improved since leaving the prison. He's now working on a farm and keeping out of trouble, and for the first time in years, Glenise is hopeful for his future. She feels that if not for Redemption Hill, Jesse would be either dead or in a real prison. Jonathan decided to leave school after his time at the prison and began a course in mechanical engineering. Both this and his work experience are going very successfully. His mother Karen says he's a changed boy who's no longer afraid to tell her he loves her. She is thrilled with Jonathan's progress. After being sent home from the program, Jeremy was expelled from school and left home. He says if nothing else, he never wants to see the inside of a prison again. We wish him well for the future.
In an ideal world, we wouldn't have these sort of issues and these sort of programs, but it's not an ideal world. There are young people out there who do struggle, and they need guidance and need help and need to be nurtured, and we try to provide that service. To us, our young people are our future. If we walk away from them and turn our back on them, then there's not going to be much of a future for us. And there will always be a place like Redemption Hill. But I do hope that 10 young people who experience this journey never have to come to a place like this ever again.
Steve Boxer continues to run courses for at-risk youth and young offenders, maintaining a success rate well in excess of the national average.
Redemption Hill is secure.